Okay, today we'll be working on a Ciel costume for the Anime Festival in April for my daughter Catherine. And I'll show you the picture of the costume. And what our goal is. I borrowed a body form from my mother-in-law. Mom, thank you very much. Thrift store finds. We have a trench coat, lace, lingerie, dust ruffle, basic cotton blouse, fabric leftovers, vest from the thrift store, and I broke the rule. I'm not going to use this dress I was going to tear apart to make the bottom half of the vest because I found this fabric and I couldn't resist it. It's almost identical in patterning. We've got some old shoes. Catherine will be making that pearl doohickey that hangs in front of the coat out of some of what we have here. And then we have buttons from my friend who brought over the tub of buttons. Here is the shirt that we'll be starting with. We have this dust ruffle here for a queen bed, and we'll be using the fluffy part of this little ruffle, alright, to embellish the cuffs, and I think that's all we'll do for right now. Now in the picture, the front of the blouse, or should I say shirt, because this is supposed to be for a man or a boy, comes down to a point. And the collar is just simple enough as leaving it up, really. So I'll either have to starch that heavily or put something inside the layers of fabric to make it stand up so it's all dampish. And I want to get these arms out of the way so that I don't cut them. And let's see. I think this is going to be as simple as trimming it down from the corner here, and then I'll have to do a straight stitch or serge it to make it look a little bit more professional. My projects always start out sloppy though. I don't know why that is. So I want to get somewhat of the same shape on the other side. So I will just pin this here. I know I grabbed 2 pins. And then I'll do the second cut. I'm leaving the back long because in the picture and the anime drawing, it looks like the back of the shirt is like a long tail. Ideally, I think I might even want it a little bit longer than that, but I'm not sure. I think I'll look up some more pictures on the internet. Now I will start to seam rip the bottom of this dust ruffle to take it off to get it ready for the sleeves, and I'll do some seam ripping there as well. And of course you don't need to sit and watch all that, quite boring. So I'll seam rip away and get right back to the next step. Well, we've ripped the dust ruffle off of the dust ruffle. Okay, and I left this other piece on here just because my daughter Catherine has kind of long limbs like me, and once we cut off this decorative edge and hem it so that it looks a little bit more masculine, it'll be just about the right length because it should come just to the beginning of the fingertips. So I'll do that. And what I'll do is I'll use these old cuffs that I took off to show the length that I'll need. So what I'll do is I'll just double the dust ruffle. So I know I'll have at least double the fabric that I need for the gather, because it's gathered up a little bit in the picture. I'm also going to trim off the end, the corners in the back of the shirt there. If I can find my scissors, because it just doesn't look quite right. This needs to be rounded. And then what I'll probably do with the leftover of the dust ruffle is make a little bit more of an extension on the back of this shirt so it looks more like a tail. Because in the cartoon it looks like the cotton shirt is about as long as the back of the vest, and that's quite long. So that way we maximize the use of most of our fabric. If you can see, there's a little reflection there. It's not so great for the camera.